and how to keep up with your vehicle maintenance. Alrighty, so starting off with step 1, always know where your hood release is. Most hood releases are located at the bottom left of where your steering wheel is or where your left foot sits as you drive. Hood release latches either have a symbol to help you or it may say hood release. If you cannot find your hood release latch or it is broken, be sure to find a technician who can help you or look inside your vehicle manual. Step 2, knowing your engine bay. After pulling your hood latch, it's time to know your engine bay. This bay is one of a 2006 Scion TC 2.4 liter. Most common Toyota engines do look the same. Through this process, I'm going to teach you about your engine bay and what each common fluid is, what it does, and what needs to be replaced. Let's get started. Step 3 would be your washer fluid. Washer fluid is a cleaner fluid that of course says in its name, washer fluid. It comes in all types of colors, but each color has a type. Blue wash fluid is most common for as it's mostly a dirt to dust or rain mark cleaner. The other colors can range to no watermarks, bug cleaner, as well as even melting snow and ice off your windshields. Step 4 would be coolant and antifreeze. Just like wash fluid, coolant can come in different colors as well. Green coolant is a 50-50 mixture to mostly keep all things in check when it comes to heating inside of your vehicle, as well as keeping it from over freezing in the cold season. Your coolant also has a reservoir to keep fluid flowing in your vehicle in case you have a leak. Power steering. Most vehicles use power steering to give your steering column the fluid it needs to help you turn your wheel from left to right. If you do not see a power steering fluid bottle, then you may have a electronic power steering. If you do have trouble turning your wheel, I will show you on how to check if your fluid needs to be replaced. So sticking your finger inside of your little reservoir is not bad at all. Just checking it and testing it with a strip can also work as well. With a test strip, you can find off from the little tube. It also shows if it's corroded or not. But if you use your finger, it's supposed to be a nice pinkish to red color. For step 7 would be your brake fluid. It is a fluid that is used to push the pistons in your calipers to help you slow down or stop. If you ever find your fluid low, please see a certified brake technician to help you find the cause. One being your brake pads are low and they need to be replaced. Another is your brake fluid is corroded with copper and needs to be replaced. Or you just may have a leak and needs to be fixed. Air filters. They are the lungs of your vehicle and you should always take care of them. There are 2 types of air filters. Some cars don't have a cabin air filter. An engine air filter helps your engine run smoother and gives a higher gas mileage as well as the cabin air filter does, but also assists on catching dirt and bugs that are caught inside of your intake. Checking your oil. Before taking a long car ride, you should always check your oil, fluids, tires, and filters. See a technician if you may need help. You can check your oil by finding the labeled dipstick for oil. If you cannot find it, look in your vehicle manual. By pulling it, wiping it off, and dipping again for a clean reading, be sure to have your engine off for as what oil may spew out from the dipstick entry. Changing your oil. If going on a long car ride and nearing your oil change due date, you may want to change your oil. When the dipstick is pulled from clean oil, it wouldn't be dark colored like you see now. I'm going to show you how the oil is changed on most common cars and reveal what clean oil should look like after. So, step 11, knowing your oil. As most vehicle users know, that oil is the blood of the car, and without changing it or keeping dirty oil can cause severe engine problems and or damage. Most oil types are written onto the cap and placed on a sticker on the engine bay. If none are found, you can always see a technician or find it in your vehicle manual. Be sure to remove this before draining. Step 12, your oil pan and filter. Underneath of mostly all cars, there is an oil pan containing your oil, and sitting above it or next to it would be your oil filter. These 2 are your base package when it comes to changing your oil. The drain plug can be multiple sizes. Be sure to have the correct size and loosen the drain. The filter can also be located around the engine bay. I will give you a step on how to find that. Locating and removing your oil filter. Locating your oil filter can be one of 2 things, easy or difficult. Easy filters are easy because they're sitting around the oil pan, leads to no trouble of taking down a shield. Difficult filters can be diesel filters and filters hidden or at a different angle. Be sure to also know the correct filter. Cleaning and applying your filter. Once removing your filter, be sure to clean your oil filter mantle to avoid false leaks. I have a spin-on filter, so I was able to wipe off the mounting plate and reapply my filter. If you do need help, be sure to ask a technician for assistance if needed. Be sure to also apply oil to the gasket to ensure a clean install. Step 15, adding your oil. After draining your oil and tightening down both your oil pan oil drain plate, oil drain plug, and your filter. It's time to add your oil to your engine. Finding out what type of oil takes no time at all by simply asking a technician or reading a service manual. Be very careful in adding oil and be sure to use a funnel to avoid spilling. Starting your vehicle. When starting your vehicle, be sure to always keep a foot on the brake pedal to ensure all safety in case the vehicle is not in park or the e-brake isn't pulled. When the vehicle is started and your RPM meter has stopped moving, all your lights have finished the check both the filter and oil cap to make sure that there are no leaks, then shut off the vehicle. Resetting your oil light can take up to a minute, depending on your type of vehicle and how well you are in following instructions within a service manual. Not all lights can be reset with the car's system with an easy reset. Some lights require a reset device to reset your light. If ever having problems resetting your oil, please see a technician for assistance. Step 18. Checking your final oil. Concluding the oil change, it's time to double check your final oil. By once again taking out your dipstick, wiping it off, and re-dipping it, you will be checking the full line and amount of oil that it reaches. If the oil is too low, be sure to add bit by bit to reach the full line. When full, double check all caps and close your hood. Checking your tires. With temperature changing within seasons as it is now, be sure to always check your pressure to avoid road hazard. And when temperature rises in the season, rubber expands and releasing the air. And when temperature drops, rubber tightens and squeezes air out. Lowering air in your tires. To find the correct PSI for both, just look in your door. Step 20. Inspecting your tire. Before leaving on a drive, be sure to check around the tire in case any animals laying around on the ground. If nothing is found, be sure to also check the tread on your tires, wear and tear, as well as the tires in the tread. If finding any problems, be sure to find a certified tire technician to help you fix the issue or replace your tire.